Now joining us on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline is a friend of the program, ESPN's Amin, who has called NFL, MLB, NBA, and what's great college football, women's college basketball buzzer. And now he's calling the hot dog eating contest tomorrow, and he joins us on the program. Adam, welcome back to the show.
What could be more American? What could be more patriotic? The child of immigrant parents on the 4th of July at Coney Island talking about hot dogs. Come on.
I was stoked when I heard you were going to watch this. I traditionally haven't consumed this program. I've consumed hot dogs. I think I'm going to do both tomorrow because you're on the call.
See, this is what we want. We want people to enjoy the hot dogs, maybe in less frequency and volume than the folks that we're going to be talking about, but enjoy a hot dog. Watch our broadcast before, I know everybody's got barbecues and things of that nature. Go enjoy with your family and friends. That'll be awesome. But maybe we can start off your day. That's what I'm thinking of.
Like preparing to call a basketball game or I understand how to do that. What is the preparation like getting ready for a hot dog eating contest?
And it's really similar, in all honesty. Like my charts are the same that they were for like most basketball games.
Wait, there's hot dog eating charts?
I create spotting charts. As you guys know, when you go to a football game or a basketball game, you have a spotting chart with the guy's name, their vitals, some stats, some anecdotes, and that's what my notes look like right now. And I'm sure tomorrow, before we get going, I'll tweet them out or whatever, just so people can see them. But I mean, they look like any other broadcast because you find out who the competitors are, where they were, where they are, what they're trying to do, what their stats are. And yes, there are stats for this because there is a governing body of competitive eating. It's called Major League Eating. In fact, my analyst, Richard Shea, will be on the call with me. He and his brother, George, who is actually the MC for the event in the straw hat, and he'll be on stage introducing all the competitors during the broadcast. They're the co-founders of Major League Eating, and they're the ones who basically keep track of every record, every world record, and those are both, by the way, in play tomorrow for Joey Chestnut. So there are stats, there's anecdotes, you learn stories about these guys, you get a chance to meet with them and interview some of them as well. So this is for me, it's no different than anything else. And you learn the rules, you learn the current and historic trends, and it's all good, man. Like this is how you go about it in any other capacity. That's how we're going to go about it over the course of our broadcast tomorrow.
We're talking with ESPN's Amin, who will call the hot dog eating contest tomorrow on ESPN2. What time is it on, by the way?
We'll be on at noon Eastern for the broadcast on ESPN2. The women's competition will be streamed in its entirety at about 10:50 a.m. Eastern time on ESPN3 and the ESPN app, and then we'll have highlights of the women's competition as well. Women's competition is still relatively new. This is only the 9th year of it. The men's competition has been going on for longer than that, but the full broadcast on TV will be on at noon Eastern on ESPN2.
Perfect. You're food in the booth guy. So during football games and basketball and Major League Baseball, you eat food. Was this a natural fit for you to be in the hot dog eating contest?
That's part of the reason I think they called. I think when some of the folks at ESPN were thinking of some names to throw around for this because they were looking to have somebody new in the booth, and they said, "Well, what about this guy? All he does is eat. So why don't we think about him for it?" And when they asked me, I thought about it. I asked a few people what you guys think, about this event. People's eyes lit up when I said, "What do you think of the Nathan's contest?" And they go, "Every year I'm watching it. Every single year on the 4th of July, I turn it on before I head out for the day." Like, people really love this event for whatever reason. It rates well. Like, it's just part of the fabric of the 4th of July. So for us, it's awesome. Like, I love the fact that they asked, and I love the fact that I get to be a part of it.
I have to imagine that at some point, because it is a hot dog eating contest, to call this, is it a rite of passage that you have to try and eat as many hot dogs as possible? Have you even ever attempted this?
I have never attempted it. I've never been in a contest of gluttonal superiority in my life. I wasn't planning on it at any point. Somebody did ask me how many hot dogs I could eat in 10 minutes, and I said probably only about 4 if I really tried. But I'm a savor guy. For me, food is something to savor and enjoy. And for these competitors, it's become their avenue to, to win, to compete, to be athletes in a sense. And a lot of these competitors, men and women, they take it really seriously. And for me, it may not be the same level or method of consumption, but I mean, it's their livelihood in a lot of ways. So for me, I have the luxury of not needing it to be my livelihood. And it's not necessarily something I seek to have as a livelihood. I'm just going to go ahead and enjoy it. If somebody puts a hot dog in front of me, I'm eating it. Like, I'm not going to say no by any means. So I'm happy to consume whatever people just put in front of me. But that's pretty typical, I would say.
And it's funny because hot dogs are one of those things that people, in terms of what you put on it. Now, I realize they're not putting anything on the hot dogs that they eat, but in terms of putting things on hot dogs, people get very upset when certain things are on them versus other things. What do you put on a hot dog?
I'll say this. I'm not a person who gets offended by ketchup. Yes. I'm not going to eat ketchup on a hot dog. I don't like ketchup on a hot dog. And that's being a Chicago guy. The proper Chicago-style hot dog never, ever, ever has ketchup on it. It's mustard, sweet green pickle relish, and you can tell it's the bright green relish, celery salt. The bun should have poppy seeds in it. Tomato, pickle, and sport peppers, and to me, that is the Chicago-style hot dog is the perfect hot dog. And there's nothing better to me than the Wrigley Field hot dog because they put all the fixings on it. That's to me the perfect hot dog. So that's what I prefer.
I'm looking at your Instagram, and it's been a while since you posted with food. Like, are you and food okay? Like, is the relationship doing all right? You used to post a lot more with food, man. Like you waking up with a box of pizza next to you, and what's going on?
There's only so many times I can wake up with a box of pizza in bed before people really start questioning if I'm okay or not. So I think that's more the reason I haven't. But I mean, listen, there were plenty of photos of me and our softball crew during the Women's College World Series championship when we were at our set consuming. I can't even remember the amount of calories that I consumed individually. It was pretty heavy in terms of nachos, popcorn, hot dogs, funnel cake, ice cream, donuts. I mean, we got after it those couple days during the finals, and there's plenty of evidence, empirical and photographical, of that out there somewhere.
Adam, we appreciate the time. Good luck to you calling the first Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest for you. We're excited, and we'll be watching on ESPN2 at, what'd you say, noon Eastern? Noon Eastern. We'll be on the air. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, boys.
It's Adam Amin, friend of the program from ESPN on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, your values, your timeline, your financial future.
Ketchup on a hot dog?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I was interested to hear the Chicago hot dog there. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot of colors on that. I like that.
Coming up.
It's healthy.
I really want a hot dog now.